Welcome to Day 3 of Nuclear Power International and PowerGen International 2009. The conference sessions have been standing room only. There's great enthusiasm and traffic on the exhibit floor. There's even news going on from the outside world that's been of real interest at the show. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency making some action on greenhouse gases. We had some discussion around that at our editor's briefing on Wednesday afternoon. Could someone explain what EPA did this week and what the next steps may be, what the implications may be of that action?
I did have the opportunity on the plane to go through the finding, which is really two findings. The first is the endangerment finding, that indeed these group of 6 greenhouse gases are a pollutant and can be reasonably expected to impact both the public health and welfare. And then the second part of the finding is on the significant contributor side, and that's due to looking at the transportation side of the mix and saying that the transportation side of the mix in and of itself is a significant contributor to these greenhouse gases and therefore is subject to regulation.
There are at least 3 EPA actions that are converging when it comes to greenhouse gases. First, you have the endangerment finding. But then you also have the PSD, Prevention of Significant Deterioration Tailoring Rule, which was recently proposed. Then you also have the Greenhouse Gas Mandatory Reporting Rule. So these 3 are coming together to, in my opinion, show that EPA is serious about CO2 and wave the stick at Congress that if you do not regulate greenhouse gases through an act of Congress, that EPA is going to go ahead and take care of it themselves under the existing programs. I don't think that that is the best thing for industry because PSD is not set up to handle carbon dioxide. It is the wrong program. So acknowledging finally that greenhouse gas legislation is coming, it would be better for Congress to act, in my opinion, than to let EPA try to take care of it.
We share that opinion that with EPA making their play, that likely could have an impact on the legislative process, which is the preferred route from a generator's perspective, to where we feel we have a little bit more ability to move the negotiations and discussions in an area that is something that's doable and something that's also fair for our customers.
Ryan Rhodes with National Steel Constructors. Tell us about this chopper.
Well, this is a chopper made by Orange County Choppers for the Manitowoc Crane Company in 2008. And Manitowoc was nice enough to let us borrow it for the show and have it in our booth as a showpiece to have people come and see us. And,
what are the specs on this thing?
Well, it has 90 horsepower. Air-cooled engine. It's got some really neat features, such as a crane boom on the as a sissy bar in the back. It has some crane cable wrapped around inside the wheels. That's a lot of neat details on it. And they obviously took a lot of care to try to make it crane themed. It's been real pretty, and it's been nice for us to have it in the booth because there's been a lot of interest, people coming by to see it.
You getting some good traffic from it?
We are. It's been a great show for us so far.
Good, terrific, good to hear. The Nuclear Power International exhibit floor and conference continued to expand in 2009, an indication of the continued enthusiasm for the nuclear renaissance taking place in North America and also worldwide. It's the last day of PowerGen International 2009, but there's still a lot of activity to take in here. Conference sessions continue, the mega sessions you're not going to want to miss. We've got the car giveaway at 1:30 at the Penwell booth, and also for the first time this year, the best paper of the conference will also be given out at the Penwell booth beginning at 12:30. So make plans to take in all of those today at PowerGen International and Nuclear Power International 2009.